changing my DeFi strategy for the drip garden. Let's get into it. Welcome to DeFi Crypto Talk, where we talk everything DeFi in the cryptocurrency space. So today we're going to talk about the drip garden and how I'm changing my strategy. But before we begin, huge shout out to everybody watching the video. Shout out to all the gardeners out there. Please continue to comment, like, subscribe. Be greatly appreciated, and help this information get out to others. So let's dive into it. So I haven't done a drip garden video in what feels like forever. So I thought I'd circle back and pay homage to what I think is one of the great projects on the animal farm. So as you can see right now, I have 163,000 plants, a little bit over that. Currently, when it comes to compounding, I'm still compounding about every 1,000. I'm at over 5,000 plants now. And then, so about every 1,000, and then we see the contract balance is, still sort of depleting, but that's to be expected with all the new stuff coming out for right now. But once we get all the excitement back into drip, I think that we're going to see a lot more interest as well come back into the garden. Now, as far as my current stats, as you can see, I'm making about $142 a day, so that's a far cry of like when we were at just maybe like a month or so ago when we had that little spike in drip price. And we went up to like 12-13 bucks, and that was at almost 190 something dollars. So that's the excitement that I have for the garden. As we sit here, and this is why I think it's one of the more special DeFi projects, because not only does it improve on other miners out there, but the potential of it is just phenomenal, just because it's tied to the drip token. So if we get a huge price appreciation in drip and it goes to $100, $200, I mean, I can only imagine how much I will be making, probably $500-600, maybe even more per day. So that's what keeps me excited about the garden, because I'm excited for the future of drip. And currently, what is drip sitting at now? We can go look at the price chart for it. Okay, so $8.85, so still around the $8 range. But needless to say, I think that once obviously drip goes parabolic, I believe that the garden will ultimately follow, just because it's a drip USD pairing, and we were going to see some pretty massive gains. Now, as far as my strategy, as you guys know, I was taking profits most of the time. I would take way less, about a quarter of what you're seeing here, out for profits, and then compounding the rest. I've changed my strategy, so now I will compound 100% of this each and every day, and just try to build up my garden a little bit more, because I've noticed, obviously, since I've been taking profits, I haven't been gaining as much as, or climbing as much as I'd like. So next goal will be just keep compounding with these 5,000 per day until I hit 200,000 plants, and then sort of reassess. But I want to try to make this for the long term, and I want to try to repair, but some of the damage that was done was just taking profits. Even though I didn't take entirely all the profits, there were still profits taken, so my garden sort of suffered a little bit. So right now my goal is to try to build my garden, sort of get that production back up, start hyper compounding, meaning I'm compounding more than 2 or 3 times a day. So I might lower it down to maybe even like 500 plants. Every 500 plants I'll compound, so we'll see. But ultimately the goal is to try to build my plants, and then ultimately my daily per day earnings. Now that all could change if drip price decides to go ahead and start, once we get all these things released for the animal farm and the drip UI and all the other games that are coming out. If those get released, then we see drip go parabolic, then I might change my tune, because obviously being tied to drip USD pair or the drip token, that daily per day rate will go up significantly, because we've seen it before. But so that's just my new strategy. So just going to be compounding 100% now, and just trying to build up to about 200,000 plants, and then once I do, then I'll sort of reassess from there. I wanted to go to the drip garden, and shout out to everybody on the drip garden Telegram group. If you're not on there, please join. There's a lot of great information. Some of like DeFi Logic, they'll post the decay rate for the day, and then the forecast decay rate as well. So shout out to them out there, and then shout out to everybody. Even if you have 10,000 plants, shout out to you. Congratulations, even if you're in this project. I honestly believe that this is, going to be a project to remember, and I believe that, we're going to see some nice price appreciation, and that's, coming from someone who's been in this project since February and, invested a little bit of money into it. So that's my new updated strategy. We'll see how that works out. I'll just sort of reassess about 200,000 plants and see where we're at. But I'm willing to wait for it for the long haul. I'm not hoping this goes up tomorrow. I mean, it would be great, but I'm in it for the long haul. So I'll continue to compound, and if I get to 200,000 and there's an issue, or not an issue, but if the price hasn't appreciated, then I will keep on compounding into 250,000 or 300,000, and even then, I'm still going to take out a quarter of my my daily profits, because I want to keep this as a long-term thing. Stunner Breezy he always brings up BNB Miner. I mean, that thing's been posting and paying for well over a year, 400 some odd days. So I believe that the drip garden is going to be the same boat. So let me know if you guys you've kept the same strategy for the drip garden. Have you changed, just due in part to the recent prices, or are you trying to build what are you trying to build your garden up to? I'll be fairly curious to know. And again, shout out to all the gardeners out there and everybody in Animal Farm and the Drip Network. That's the video for today. So please comment, like, subscribe at the very bottom. I appreciate everyone's time, and I'll see you guys on the next one.